Hello everyone, I am Badrinath. In the process of the full stack project submission, the questions that are needed to be answered, these are the questions, and I would like to explain these questions one by one. The first question is, what is Node.js and how does it differ from other server-side scripting technologies like Apache or PHP? So basically, Node.js is a server-side, open source server-side runtime environment that allows the users to execute JavaScript files in the browser, in the system itself. It is invented in the 2009, and before 2009, if we need to execute JavaScript files, we need to execute them in the browser itself. But after this Node.js is invented, we can execute our JavaScript files in our system itself. It uses Chrome's V8's JavaScript engine. So it is with along with the runtime environment. It also consists of a package manager, Node pack. It also consists of Node package manager, which manages all the various packages that are available in the Node. This package manager is used to import various JavaScript files into our programs, which is not basically present in other programming languages like PHP or Apache. Next question. What is callback function in Node.js and why are they commonly used in asynchronous programming? So, callback functions are basically the functions that are passed as an argument into another function. So, callback functions in JavaScript, in Node.js are in Node.js are commonly used thing, which is used for handling the various tasks such as asynchronous tasks such as reading file or making network requests and mm, database queries and many more tasks are there, and to do these tasks, these are asynchronous tasks, and to do this we use callback functions. uh, in the next question, what is the purpose of package.json file in node.js project? Can you explain the key properties found in the file? So package.json is a special kind of file that is created whenever npm is initialized in the project file. This package.json consists of the metadata about our project. For example, all the packages that we are including in our project. This metadata is can be found in the package.json file. It is a JSON file, so the contents of the package.json file are in the form of objects, and it contains many properties such as name, main, description, dependencies, and many more are there. This, for example, main consists of the data about the folder name, project name. The main consists of the name, the file name, and dependencies is one particular thing that consists the data about all the project dependencies consists of all the modules we are including in our project file. For example, if you are importing Express.js into a project, then the type of the Express.js and also its version is stored in the dependencies property. So this is package.json. And the next question is, what is the difference between require and import statements in Node.js? And when and why would you use one over the other? So basically, uh, require and import both are built-in functions of JavaScript that are used to include external JavaScript modules into our file. So first of all, require is a built-in method which is used to include external modules that exist in separate files. Basically, in the require method, first of all, it executes the JavaScript file and then proceeds to return the output of the file as an object. And this require method is used to add built-in JS kind of files into our project file. And import method is used to include various JavaScript file, external JavaScript file, particularly of EJS modules. Not EJS, ES modules. ES is the older version of JavaScript. Initially, JavaScript is called as ECMAScript, also ES6, and the JavaScript files that are regarding to ES module are imported using the import function. The main differences between require and import functions are: require we can use the require method anywhere in our program, anywhere in our file, but import method is only used at the beginning of the file. And also require statement uses the .js file extensions to read the JS files, while whereas import method is import method uses .mjs extension to read the JavaScript files regarding the ES modules. And also ES modules can be imported dynamically using import method, whereas require method cannot do that. The next question: what is middleware in the context of Express.js? Can you give an example of how you would use middleware in an Express application? So middleware middleware functions are kind of functions that allows us to execute middleware allows us to execute functions in between receiving a request and sending a response. These middleware functions perform various tasks such as user authentications, request processing, and error handlings. Middleware functions are used to execute, and they have access to the request object and the response object. And in addition to that, they also have the next function as an argument, then to pass control to the next middleware or the route handler. The next question: what is RESTful API, and how would you create one using Node.js and Express.js? Explain the main HTTP methods used in RESTful APIs. So, a RESTful API stands for a representational state transferful API. This RESTful API is a kind of architecture of a web service. It is a web service architecture that allows the API to make it easy to understand, scalable, easy to maintainable, and also the name suggests transferful. It is easy to transfer the data of the API using various HTTP methods. These RESTful APIs can be created uh, using Node.js and Express.js. So to do that, first of all, we need to initialize npm in our project folder. The command is npm init. After the npm is initialized, we need to download the Express.js into our project folder. So to do that, we have the required method. So npm install npm install express imports all the express module into our file, and using require method we can import this downloaded required express into our folder, into our project file. After express is imported, we can create variable ports and also variable routes to handle the requests. And after this, defining all the routes and what to do when the route is called. And after defining all of them, we can start our server using by executing the JS file. We can do that with the command node space file name. And if the server is started, we can and your no, if the server is started means now our RESTful API is running. So there are various HTTP methods in the RESTful API to interact with the sources. Such methods are called get, post, put, etc. Basically, these methods are these different methods have different functionalities. For example, get method in most of the get methods. For example, if a user is entering his credentials into a registration form, by using get method, we can get all the credentials visible in the URL itself. So to prevent that, post method is used. Post method, the credentials are not visible in the URL. So ensuring more security. So these are the different HTTP methods. The next question is: what is the purpose of Node Package Manager, and how do you use it to manage dependencies in Node.js project? So npm stands for Node Package Manager. It's a package manager for Node.js and JavaScript projects. It is basically it manages all the packages and dependencies that are present in the Node.js. We can by using npm we can simply include those packages. We can update the packages or we can remove the packages into our project folder. npm makes our lives easy because it consists of lots of projects, lots of packages which are useful for creating our web applications. And to import any package into a project by using npm, the commands are: first we need to initialize the npm. The command is npm init. After the npm is initialized, we need to install the package that we are required. So for example, if we need to express we need express the package. The command is npm install package name, that is express. After that, the package is installed. If we want to update the package, we have the command npm update package name. If we need to delete the package, we can use npm uninstall package name. So this is about npm. The next question is, why is it important to hash passwords in web application? Password hashing in web application is a technique that is used to ensure security about the user credentials. So what happens in password hashing is that whenever a user gives his credentials, the sensitive information such as passwords and usernames, these are hashed into a, and password hashing means that a string, a plain text string is converted into a is converted into a fixed length of another string consisting of various characters and numbers and symbols. So by using this password hashing, the credentials are hashed into some other code. So the visibility of this sensitive information is not available to all the people, including the admins of the web applications. So password hashing is used to increase the confidentiality. So for example, if the web application is running with the get method, we can get all the details of the user in the URL itself. So it's like breaching information about breaching the user information. There are many other methods are there to breach user information, and to prevent all that, passwords are hashed and then stored into the database so that security is increased. So, thank you.